Welcome back to my channel. I'm Nina Takesh, an interior designer, a celebrity interior designer for those of you that are new to the channel. And today we're going to talk about my primary bedroom makeover. You're not going to want to miss this. Follow me. And since so many of you asked today, I am wearing a brand new outfit that I love. This tank top is probably my favorite tank top that I own. It fits perfectly. It's by Careste, and so is the skirt. We will link all of these in the description section. And my shoes you've seen before are Celine. So many of you have been on this channel with me for the last few years and got to see my original bedroom tour. But things have changed around here, and I wanted to highlight what I did, how I did it, and why I did it. Always been dying of having a mini living room within my primary bedroom because I wanted to be able to have a place where I can hang out, maybe with a couple friends, maybe by myself, or maybe just with my husband to have discussions and really create this beautiful little corner. I had a large enough master bedroom that felt oversized, but I wasn't taking advantage of the space. So once I got my brain together as to what it was that I was going to do, I happened to have a round sitting room. So I knew that at some point when I had the time, and I am very limited with my time, that I was going to set up an area where I could create this little living room. While looking at these videos, you will notice that in the niche, in this corner of my room, I had 2 club chairs and a round gold table, and that was basically it. Although it looked rather nice, I felt that it needed something a little bit more comfortable and actually more sitting area so that a group of us could potentially sit here. As my design business gets busier and my lifestyle content creation also gets busier, I find that I need to have meetings on many occasions, sometimes even in my space here. I should also note that if you guys have interior design questions or business questions, anything that might interest you, you can definitely book a Zoom appointment with me. I can give design advice. I can pick tile for you or whatever you may need on that call by clicking the Zoom link in the description section. So what I did, I brought in a curved sofa. That is very obvious because I'm sitting on it. And this is a very lovely sofa because of the fact that it's rounded and it mimics the exact sort of rounded windows that are behind me. So this was a very, very natural thing to do. And luckily, as you guys know, these sofas are pretty ubiquitous. I typically like to put things that are different that nobody has, but I didn't have time to overthink it. And honestly, this curved sofa is perfect. I was lucky enough to work with Lulu in Georgia, and they have supplied me with some of the most beautiful pieces that are here. This coffee table, for example, has wood legs. It's marble. It is the exact size that I need it to be. And remember, this is very important. Your coffee table height must never be above your seat height. In this case, it is almost at par, if not maybe a ½ inch lower. Not to forget, I also put the thicker pile Loire ivory and quartz rug in the space. This is a 5x8. And we have just come out with a plusher rug, a thicker rug with a thicker pad from Ruggable. So if you want a little bit more of that comfy, cozy feeling, well, this is the rug for you. Again, we're gonna link everything in the description section because I find this rug to be the perfect combination of the colors that I love that hopefully you will love too. I decided to bring in 2 different kinds of seats, 2 different kinds of chairs. I love that idea. I didn't want to bring 2 matching sets and just make everything look matchy-matchy. I wanted to sort of float pieces in this room that I thought would be comfortable. The chair that I put in here is very architectural. It's called the Ripple chair. So it's got a beautiful scalloped edge to it. I want to have architectural pieces in my home. I don't want everything to be uniform and unison and predictable. So if you want to bring in an unpredictable piece such as a Ripple chair, this is the way to do it. We will also link that chair below because I think this would work in many spaces. Sometimes I actually have it in my sitting room, and sometimes I take it into my primary bathroom where I use it as a vanity chair. My oversized chair with this really beautiful boucle fabric is probably the most comfortable chair I have ever owned. You can just sink into it. It almost feels like a beanbag. I've got the Anya side table from Lulu in Georgia, which I adore. I like the fact that it is sort of the same colors as the rest of the room, and I can put something beautiful on it. I can also put down, you know, my tea if I'm drinking, or just really be able to create this niche that I was looking to create. You want to be smart when you're redesigning or refurnishing a room. You don't want to take everything out and start over. I mean, you could, but it just doesn't make financial sense, and you have to be smart with your money. So what I did was I brought in pieces that were cream colored so that if one day I changed my mind and hated pink, which is going to be very hard, but let's say I did and wanted to have a sage green room, well, I wouldn't have to repurchase some of these furniture. My furniture is all very neutral in color, and the only things that remained rose were the curtains and the walls, and that is where I did not want to spend more money and bring in new curtains because they were perfectly fine. I did reupholster my bed, and the reason I reupholstered it is that it had gotten dirty over time. The fabric that I used originally when I custom made this bed, I designed this. This was made especially for me by my furniture builders. So I couldn't just buy another one, and this is a very beautiful bed, so I really just wanted to reupholster it. So instead of doing a pink fabric, I decided to do a neutral beige so that one day, again, if I really wanted to change the color of the room, I could easily. I dropped the Odell bench from Lulu in Georgia in front of the bed. I love to have a bench in front of my bed because of the fact that I have pillows that I throw on here, and it just keeps the room organized. Also, I picked a performance fabric. The color that I picked, I'll link below. This is from Kravit. They have a great performance collection that is called Smart Performance. So it's priced well, and it's Kravit, which I love, which is a very well-known linen company that has all sorts of wallpapers and fabrics, etc. Hence, it would be very easy to clean. I wanted to put fun and whimsy into the room. After all, what's life worth if it's not fun, right? Is it worth living? Yes, it is. And why not bring in some fun? So I brought in the Meg mirror. I love the little balls that are around the mirror. I think it's very playful and decorative and fun. And remember, it's just a mirror. If I tire of that look, I could just replace it, not a big deal. Lastly, I changed out my table lamps, not because I didn't love the ones I had before. They were vintage and I loved them, except they stopped working and it was just too complicated. So I decided to buy new ones since I was updating the room. And I love the fact that these are on dimmers. These are by Circle Lighting, and I love, love, love this sort of very elegant dimmer option, so I can have it at any wattage that pleases me. Sometimes it's at its very lowest at night, and sometimes when I need to read, perhaps it's higher. Let me know what you thought about my room transformation. Did you like it? Is there something that stood out? I am very curious to hear your thoughts. I love you guys, and I can't say enough about what a great community we have. We have some of the nicest, kindest people that are my followers. I appreciate every single one of you, and I love every single one of you. Thank you for being so loyal over the last, I believe, 3 years it has been since we've been doing this YouTube. So I can't wait to see you guys next week when we're going to do something extremely fun. Until then.